Hello, I'm Andy and I'm going to read to you a monthly tarot horoscope for February 2018, and this is for you coming from Aries. So the first card that I'm going to pull from this Kabbalistic tarot cards is for the first 15 days of February. And the first 15 days of February coming you from Aries are not good at all. So let's start first with your area of romance. Now, if you find a romance in the first 15 days, it's going to be a very complicated and a problematic one. It will come loaded with trouble. And also financial issues are going to be tied up with this new romance if it comes in the first 15 days. So I'm not saying reject it, but I'm saying take your time and study the person, look at the background before accepting it and before diving into it. Now, regarding your marriage, the first 15 days of February are going to produce a lot of difficulties for you. Firstly, financial issues are coming up to be discussed, and that's going to give you a lot of headache. Secondly, arguments and the past differences and also problems of family areas not going well, and even trouble from siblings or parents, so keep them out of it definitely for the first 15 days. And so it's going to be a very tight situation for you in your marriage. Well, it's you who's listening to me, so try your best to cope with it and try your best to be a person who understands problems. And if it's your marriage partner or your romance partner creating a lot of difficulties in terms of temperament, which can be arguing too much or showing temper, well then if you value the marriage or you value the romance, just step back and stay calm for the first 15 days. Regarding your job is going to be very insecure in the first 15 days. Past issues are coming up, new issues are coming up. You are not going to get a pay rise, so don't go about demanding for it. You are not going to get a better position, so don't insist on it. Tell yourself the first 15 days of February, I have to survive with my ongoing job. And if you like your job, you'll have to work very hard to keep it, because it can easily slip through your fingers. You'll have trouble with your superiors as well. Let's talk of business. If you are in business, then I'm worried that is going to be a very depressing first 15 days. These first 15 days show losses in financial situation or bad news coming for you in financial areas in business. And there is a difference in terms of opinion and understanding between you and the people you do business with, or even with your business partners. So the first 15 days are going to cause a lot of stress. Treat them one day at a time. Don't want to take financial risk. That's very important for you not to do. Regarding your health, I see a lot of stress on these cards. And of course, stress for you coming from Aries, it can be blood pressure. It can be trouble to your stomach where gastric problems can be seen. And it can also mean that your breathing areas can be put under pressure. So look after these few things for your month, for your first 15 days of February. Now I'm going to pull the next card, which will be for your last part of the month. So the first 15 days have proven to be very difficult. Now, the last part of the month, 13 or 14 days or so, there is some help coming from you. And let's start with your romance areas. Now, if the romance you found earlier, which has been very problematic, may be getting better, and solutions may be found as to how to improve your romance in the last 15 days. But I still find that this card shows that differences about money are still there, and differences about how to get along with things are still not right. So I would give your last 15 days at about only 50 to 60% good energy, which means you've got 40% bad energy in your romance areas. And if you find a romance in your last 15 days, I would ask you to research the background of this person. This person comes with plenty of secrets and plenty of differences with you in terms of character and personality. Now, if you are married, the last 15 days are definitely a bit better than the first 15 days. So last 13 or 14 days of February are going to bring to you some kind of relief. But there are also signals on this card that you will still have differences, and there can be arguments, and there can be rebelliousness either from you or from your marriage partner or from your romance partner. And so be careful that in your marriage and family areas, there is still about 40% of problems lurking. Things are not going safely. It's you who is listening to me. So if you value your romance or marriage in the last 15 days, try to be more understanding, bend backwards if you have to. Now let's talk of your job. Your job situation in the last 13 days or so is much, much better compared to the first 15 days. And you'll have a chance now to discuss something good for yourself in terms of more money or more position. And so the long-term situation of this card is quite favorable to you in your job. And if you want to make a change in your job, this last 13 days of February may be a good time to do it. But if you want to stay on in the job, you can also negotiate yourself to a slightly better position. I say slightly, don't expect too much. Now, if you are in business, then the business atmosphere, the business pressure will be less than the first 15 days. So your last 13 days or so provide some help in terms of partnership, provide some help in terms of getting you perhaps a bank loan to help you. So you should try in this last 13 days or so of February to reach out for help in business areas. And your business, the people you do business with, will also be kinder to you. It's not going to be a fantastic last 13 days. All you are is up 60% and down 40% even in the last 13 days. But compared to the first 15 days, this is a much, much better time. Regarding health, I would worry for you is your digestive area is going to produce problems for you in the last 13 days or so, and that could mean gastric problems. And again, your area of breathing and your lungs is asking for help. And well, that's what I have to tell you for the month of February, you coming from Aries. I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session, and that will be based on your date of birth and time of birth and looking at your palms and face reading you while we Skype, even using Kabbalistic cards while we Skype. And I will be talking to you about your next 5, 6 or 7 years in all areas of your life. So go to Facebook, go to Skype, leave me a message, send me an email. The information is all just below the video you're watching. And get in touch with me, and let's get down to getting your next 5, 6 or 7 years as right as possible. Until then, thank you and good luck.